boys and girls, and welcome to another installment of Movie Reviews with Goatee and Stache. And as you notice, I am by myself today as my partner. He abstained from seeing this movie. I had seen the first one because it was free on Netflix. Well, definition of free, I paid for Netflix, but it was on there, so one day I got really bored and watched it. Coming into this movie, just to let you know, I didn't overly enjoy the first one. Just give you a quick idea of where I'm coming from here. I thought it was kind of, I don't know, pointless is a word that comes to mind because it kind of just jumps right into the story and you don't really know what's going on. I think they had the preconceived notion that book lovers, the ones who read the books, are the ones that are most likely in there, and they didn't want to, I guess, waste any time with backstory. Heaven forbid. So, anyways, let's dive into this. This movie, we're seeing the return of Jennifer Lawrence, and these names are as ridiculous as the concept of this movie, by the by. It's Katniss Everdeen. We also have Liam Hemsworth, or Mr. Miley Cyrus, formerly, as Gale Hawthorne. I gotta say, these people have the dumbest names. None of them make sense. Like PETA, he's apparently a bread, and because he's a bread maker. Is that the association there? I don't know. All right, see who else we got. We got Jack Quaid as Marvel, the new heartthrob. Let's see what else we have here. We got Woody Harrelson, of course, returning as the advisor, Hamish Abernathy. Which Abernathy, like the most regular name that I could even see on this. I've never heard of Hamish or any of these other things. And as far as other characters, you know, you got Elizabeth Banks as the ever creepy Effie Trinket, and then President Snow, played by Donald Sutherland, aka Jack Bauer Sr. Anyway, so there's your cast, and then I can get rid of that. Returning from the first one, as is a necessity with any sort of movie that's got such a following. The book's highly popular, very popular. Sold millions of copies. Not quite sure where the author's mind is, because when you come into the story of the first one, it's very morbid. You know, and what bugs me is you got all these kids going to see a movie about children killing each other. Kind of morbid, you know? I mean, there's like an 8-year-old girl who gets and used, well, if she dies, being used as bait to get at Katniss. So it's like, boy, dark. I mean, even though you kind of play it up very nicely so that you don't see blood and gore, you know, a la The Dark Knight, you know, tastefully done. Gore, but done tastefully, so that you don't actually see the blood, you don't see the people being disemboweled or whatever else may be the problem. Although you did see in the first movie a girl get stung, and quite brutally, by those hornet things. Anyways, going into this, obviously I had a preconceived notion that I wasn't going to enjoy it. But being the consummate professional that I am, I decided to take one for the team, as it were, and go ahead and see this blockbuster that everybody rushed out to see this weekend. Of course, I waited till Monday, so that way, that way I only paid $4 to watch it. Okay, I'm thrifty, smart, yes. Alright, let's dive into this storyline. Okay, so if the events begin basically right after the ending of the first movie, we get a sense of, oh no, what's Katniss gonna do? Is she in love with PETA, or is she gonna go with the hot Liam Hemsworth, or whatever his name is? And for me, that was kind of, I don't know, it worked in that sense for the first movie, because, you know, it was kind of like, oh, there's the romantic interest idea there, you know, and you feel like, oh, there's gonna be tension between PETA and, oh shit, now I forgot the character's name. But you go into that, and that's like your only your only romantic thing, which is, you know, fine. I'd be totally okay with Gale and Katniss getting together, or Peeta and Katniss, either way. You know, and I think that's what bothered me the most as far as the relationships go in this movie. You don't really get a clear definition of who she wants. And it's just, it feels like she's just nothing but a floozy, you know. And that's what it comes across to me. You know, she tells one guy one thing, and then when they're in the thing, tells him another. And I'm trying to hold back any spoilers here for you boys and girls. We've been doing a lot of spoilers in the past, and we're going to try and steer away from that for the future so that everybody can enjoy this. So, storyline. You know, the romantic side of it, to be honest with you, I would be happy if it was more subdued, but it's a little too much into the storyline itself. And it distracts from what's going on. You kind of lose track of everything. You know, you get the idea. Katniss is standing up against the government in a way, with the way she was just trying to survive. And it's clear that Katniss does not want to be a hero here. She does not want to be this symbol for the revolution. And which, finally, you know, after seeing the first movie, I finally get the whole thing. That there was a revolution that was quelled a long time ago. And that's what these Hunger Games represent. So it was a bit of confusion, but you know, I finally get it now. I finally get it. So that's good. I mean, you can't watch a movie and be like, "Fuck's God, I don't know," but you know, that just wouldn't work. So I finally understand it. The president wants to stop insurgents. The people are seeing her as a symbol. You know, she does her little Hail Hitler thing, which is so just, you know, literally, it's this. You know, it's 3 fingers, not the full hand, 3 fingers. It really bugs the crap out of me how much it looks like they're, but it's on the other flip side of it, so I guess it's okay. Of course, spoiler alert, it was pretty bad that this old fella, you know, he puts it up, he starts doing the Mockingjay song, and sure enough, the peacekeepers pull his ass up there and they cap him. That's lovely. Morbid. And children are going to see this crap. Anyways, so storyline, I think, loses something with the whole romantic side of it. It's, you know, playing the game, you know, making sure that everybody thinks that the two of them are a couple and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, okay. Clearly it had no relevance to the storyline this time around, because like in the first movie, you know, she had to play the game in order to survive. You know, you had to win over your sponsors, you know, so that they'll send you gifts from heaven. You know, like a special balm for burns and stuff, like the first one had. As far as storyline, we're still on storyline, yeah, I wasn't feeling it. I mean, if this is really, I hope the books, I hope for the sake of the books, they're not this bad. I don't read these kind of stories. You know, I like a good science fiction movie, but I'm reluctant to read these kinds. You know, I love a good Lord of the Rings. That was great. But even that had its drawbacks, you know. Sometimes it got a little boring at times, you know. You're getting through some of the singing and songs, which is kind of cool, you know. Kind of trying to imagine it, but you distract from the story sometimes when you do stuff like that. But at least with Lord of the Rings, it kind of added to the story. The songs had history or was about what was happening. But anyways, I digress. The thing that I found most irritating about this movie is it was kind of boring, to be completely honest with you. And really, boring is kind of a harsh word to use, because it doesn't really so much, it wasn't so much, it is really hard to pinpoint a word for it. You know, like I was in it, but I didn't really care. It wasn't captivating me. It was really, that's what it was. It wasn't very captivating. You know, the whole concept of, oh, you're turning the victors against each other. Okay, sure. You know, and there was like very few characters that I connected with throughout the movie. I kind of feel for Peeta, his character, because he's really getting the short end of the stick, you know. Because this hoe bag, Katniss, is playing the game, and he's the victim of it. Because, you know, at the end of the day, she gets to go home after the thing's over. You know, their little tours or whatever they call them, where they're going around parading themselves as a relationship, a couple. But she gets to go home to the big tall Liam Neeson, Liam Hemsworth character, Gale. You know, and then he's all like, "You pretend like you're." Yeah. Again, the romance part of this movie it was a major drawback. But the action sequences in this movie were just so humdrum and boring. I mean, just absolutely eventless. You know, it had nothing to it. There was no substance there. You know, like the first action sequence when they're let loose in the island, you know, to go for the cornucopia island thing. You know, okay, that had a little bit of, you know, oh, she gonna get there, who's gonna get Cat first, and then this person does this and that person does that. But after that, there was just really not much. I mean, they tried so hard not to show like violence that it just took away from the story as well. You know, if you could have somehow found a way, even if it wasn't in the book, just found a way for, I don't know, have the big tall guy, you know, the new guy, fisticuffs, you know, prolonged battle. It was boring, and the thing was, it wasn't so much the people killing each other. It was more about the environment this time. You know, from, you know, well, spoiler alert, I guess. You know, from poisonous gas to baboons. And not a baby baboon playing a bassoon. No, much worse. It wasn't. It took that element, and I guess I get it. There's a revolution coming, and they all wanted to be part of it and everything. But you lose me. See, you may keep your book fan, you may keep your diehard, you know, fans from the books, or even younger children, but you lose your ground on entertaining population like me. You know, you don't give me anything to see, you know, reason to go watch it. You know, that's kind of a problem. So, on the whole, this movie was pretty much what I expected. It was going to be geared for somebody else, not me. So obviously, I didn't really like it. I mean, I didn't hate it. I didn't absolutely hate it. I didn't like storm out saying, this is bullshit, and I want my money back. It was the worst crap I ever watched. No. You know, I definitely left the feeling of, ugh. That's just the simplest way to describe it. It's just a feeling of, ugh. Because the romance stuff just made me go, oh, God, really? And the action sequence was just kind of, well, that's over. You know, because it's so quick. And so, overall, the movie just didn't do it for me. Unfortunately, I'm going to give it my lowest score probably of the year, which was 2 out of 5. I don't know why people paid so much money to go watch this thing. I guess a lot more diehard book fans out there than I thought. But, yeah, it wasn't that great. And, you know, Justin was right to not go see this. I was kind of, you know, throw myself in front of the bus for this one. Well, boys and girls, that will do it for this movie. And real quick, I want to give a shout out to yet another release of a trailer of The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug. Looked pretty intense. Definitely looking forward to it. That was good timing. I didn't plan that, by the way. Now if only Netflix would appear. No. Anyways, I'm definitely getting excited about this movie. Oh, it's back. I brought it back. Anyways, definitely excited about this movie. I purchased the extended version, as Justin said, a whole like 18 minutes more movie. Hope you didn't buy it. Sorry guys, but this, you know, I love my extended versions of the Lord of the Rings series, but this one just kind of fell short for me too, because it was just kind of added talking. You know, it wasn't really like I mean, I think there was a little bit of extra fight, you know, a little like encounters in the fighting, but not very many. So I'll have to watch the appendices to try and get my money out of that, because I did buy the 3D Blu-ray combo pack when it first came out. So you're welcome, Peter Jackson. More for you. As far as in the realm of video games, I am very excited that the PlayStation 4 has been released, but unfortunately I'm stuck in a little limbo situation. I got the money, but I just can't find one. That, and also Christmas is coming up, and really priorities have to be set. So anyway, let's see, Netflix nuggets. Right now I'm watching Dexter. They released a new episodes on there. I'm a little late to the game, as I am on a lot of things, because I don't have like Showtime or HBO. But I'm about 3 or 4 episodes into Dexter. It's interesting. It's interesting to see the main character who plays Dexter not bending a gentleman over a car from 6 Feet Under fame, where he played the gay family member for the family that runs the mortuary. So it is definitely nice to see him, but then he's still kind of creepy with the whole emotionless serial killer who kills other killers kind of thing. So anyways, that is my recommendation. So far I started to watch it. I'm enjoying it. It's got an interesting story and solid acting. Oh, by the way, the acting was nothing to shake a stick at. Catching fire. The only thing catching fire was my stomach, because I was having heartburn from how bad it was. Anyways, that'll about do it for me in this installment of Movie Reviews with Goatee and a Stache. I'm not sure what our next one will be. We'll look at the movies that are coming out and try and figure something out for you boys and girls. Yeah, that'll just about do it for me. So thank you so much for watching. And before I go, I just wanted to say something. I know there's not a lot of people watching these videos right now, and that's something you got to go through when you're just starting out on YouTube or anything, really. But if you are watching this and you feel that I talk a good jab, I throw a good punch out there as far as reviewing these movies or just talking about stuff in general, and you enjoy my presence and my friend Justin's, I feel we have good chemistry. You should see us when we're not focused on just one topic, it's a joke because we never focus when we're doing our reviews. But if you like us, please, share your video. Share this video with other people. I'm still waiting for that 10 subscriber. And then, I'm going to do a little treat for you. Yeah, please, help me out. Help me out, man. Help me. Help me. I need your help. I'm okay. But seriously, YouTube channels can't grow without your help. So please like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. And tell them about me. Tell them about us. Movie Reviews with Goatee and a Stache. Electronic Idiots. It's just the beginning. I got big plans for this channel, and then my subsequent secondary channel, the Group Project. I'm back writing. Right now I'm working on a synopsis for my series Alone. Look for that in the future. I'll be actually doing a casting call. If you live in the Peoria area and are interested, please send me an email at thedegrouproject@gmail.com. So anyways, that's my cheap plug for the day. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more in the future. Thank you so much.